Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick me up. Here we go. 54, Mike. 54. Check, check. Watch the screen. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go. Calm crouch. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Regular. 51, Mike.
Dalton now to pass. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here you go. Hey, exit.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you have it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Passing, it's Dalton. And the catch good, it's Eifert. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play. All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in week 3. Down the rest of the way. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And almost coast to coast. A great return, marked down all the way at the 2.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come on, 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Murray now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And an alley to run. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First down, Cardinals.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Murray steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys on
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
58, boys, 58.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is lost, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 51, that's a screen. Nice.
So Dalton now. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Green's open, and He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray now on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Second down, Murray sets to throw. On the move to his left. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He's got Green. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer. Joker, 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 joker. Chance. Hey, we're running.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First down, Arizona.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
First down, Murray. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Now he's forced out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Johnson's got it complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
The mic. Watch 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hayward. 57.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right here, right here.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go now. Hey, check with the Pittsburgh. Line 54. Oh, you got D?
This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dalton off play action. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He gets this one to Boyd. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Fitzgerald hauling it in for Murray. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That catch is a big one. We got to note it. Ties him for number 2 all-time with Tony Gonzalez, 1,325 career receptions.
And didn't they always tell us to model our performance, model our games after the greats that came before us? Well, here's a great example of why he's at this number. Took care of himself off the field and really produced on it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Murray now. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Murray, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, let's go. It's time to throw the crowd. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Right here, guys. Fight.
Again, it's Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Get him, boy. Get him, boys.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing, Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The linebacker, Brooks Reed, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. To throw is Murray. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
43's the mic.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
5-6.
51. I'm here all day.
So now Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard
50 seconds, come on. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the fourth quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for Arizona, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.